went down to Miami looking for hookers.
That's what they were doing. The 1998 Super Bowl motherfucker NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons, goddamn. Everybody from O.J. Santiago to the boy at the end that made me a Falcon fan right there, the original Mr. Dirty Bird himself, Jamal motherfucking Anderson. The late great Dan Reeves. And they got their ass toe up. John Elway retirement game. The team that I fell in love with is right on the field right now. O.J. Santiago and my boy Jamal Anderson.
Let me see that 30 man, Jamal. Let me see that 30 man.
The ball's right there.
Come on. Everybody 30 bird with me.
Dirty Bird of our quarterback didn't suck.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was 98. You know those 45 years?
Huh? Yeah. Take a big dump. You better go spear his ass. Go spear him.
I ain't looking at all this game.
Take his ass down. Goddamn. Drag his ass! Yeah. Drag his ass! That's how they pin him. There you go.
They got $60,000 for that movie.
Right? $60,000.
Go out there and slam the
offside. Like, let us play.
Here's why he's upset. They have 13 possessions in the fourth quarter when trailing this season. Those 13 drives have produced 3 points.
Wow.
That's
Sandy.
what he's yelling at.
Sandy coming with little tidbits this morning. I like
love
that.
this article. I'm going to tweet it out for y'all.
Kansas City got beat up last night. Got Mahomes do a big fit. That was funny as fuck. Cowboys scorched the Eagles, which by all right they should. They should have did that 4 weeks ago. The Lions got molded by the Bears. And the Falcons gave a game to Tampa Bay, and everybody's like the world is ending. I'm going to be brief. Really, really brief. It's not over. You see, if Green Bay lose tonight, and the Giants might just beat Green Bay. They play in New York. If Green Bay loses tonight, Atlanta get the 7th spot temporarily. And then all Atlanta got to do next week is go to North Carolina and beat Bryce Young and the Panthers. And then we'll be right back as the 4th seed, 7-7, with 4 wins in the division. Doesn't matter if the Bucks beat Green Bay next week or not during that time, because we'll have 4 division wins here, 3. And then when the Colts come here for the last game of the season, final game at home for the season, All Atlanta got to do is beat the Colts and then beat the Bears, which that might be a hard one, and then beat the Saints. Assuming the Bucks and the Saints win out. If the Bucks or the Saints just lose 2 of the next 4 games, and Atlanta can win 3 of the next 4, then we the 4th seed hosting either the Eagles or the Cowboys. Right now it'd be the Eagles, but most likely it'd be the Cowboys. The Bucks and the Saints play each other 3 weeks from now, and then we play the Saints, and then the Bucks play the Panthers for the last game of the season. Honestly, the Saints need to beat the Bucks, right? And then we have to beat the Saints and the Panthers to go 5-1 in the division. If we go 5-1, we lock it up. If we will beat the Bucks yesterday, this game, this upcoming week, 5-0 in the division, it's all ours. Tiebreakers wouldn't matter. We got 5 division wins. So ultimately, as of right now, the last game is going to be very important for Atlanta to win, and it's in New Orleans. But if the Saints lose out, then we ain't got to worry about the last game. But Atlanta need to win on Sunday, then beat the Colts, and then beat the Bears. The Bears, the Panthers, and the Saints are all conference games / division games for 2 of those. So the more wins in the conference help with tiebreakers as well. But all wins matter. Desmond Ridder had a damn good game yesterday. The screen pass he did, I didn't agree with. It was a missed block. I don't know who missed the block. I think a tight end missed the block, and that's how he threw the interception right there on the 17-yard line. I would have opted for a deep threat. I mean, you're on the 17-yard line in your own territory. You're trying to get the Temple territory. You need to throw the ball downfield, not to the left, not to the right, down fucking field. So it was a lot of bad plays that Arthur Smith ended up calling or doing. But Young Wei Koo missing 2 field goals really hurt us. And I know Koo been nursing a groin injury, but those 2 field goals hurt us. If Koo would have made those 2 field goals, then that botched safety in the end zone, we would have won the game. It was a 400-yard game. Drake London got like 170-yard, best game of his career. Desmond Ridder, best game of his career, in my opinion. Just a lot of miscues. But we're still the better team in this division. The Bucks has a pretty hard schedule, considering the teams they have to play. It's not terribly over impressive, but the Bucks theoretically can lose the next 2 games, and that will help us tremendously if we can win the next 2. Because now that puts us back in the driver's seat, especially with a division win above them. And then if the Saints can come in and whoop the Bucks, and then we end up beating the Saints, we got it. Like we will have it. But the Saints need to lose 2 games. Bucks need to lose 2. We need to win the next 3 of the next 4. And if we do that, we got it. Yesterday should have been the day. But that's how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes sometimes. You don't write Atlanta off yet. You know what I mean? 6 and 7 teams are gunning for the playoffs. The Vikings are 7 and 6, but they won't. They only scored 3 points against the fucking Raiders. They finna go on a losing streak, most likely. You got the Seahawks are 6 and 7, Green Bay 6 and 6. They're like 5, 6 and 7 teams gunning for the 6 and 7 spot. Cause 7 and 6, you only up 1 game, a game and a half, really, well, a half a game. Cause if you go 7 and 7, and then all those 6 and 7 teams win next week, they all 7 and 7. So we're still in the playoff. We're fighting for 4th, 6th, or 7th seed right now. That's what's going on. But Atlanta, by all rights, should have won that game yesterday. We pretty much gave it to them. A safety and 2 missed field goals. The Bucks deserve to win that game. As horrible as Baker Mayfield played, and then was Rashad White, Reggie White, what the fuck? Their running back got over 100 yards on us yesterday, and most of that came in the 4th quarter. Had that been with a 3rd and then the 4th, the first time he played them, that dude barely had like 40 yards. I think he's the first running back this season to have over 100 yards on the ground. I think. I might be wrong, but I think. So we felt the run game yesterday. Now, I know they're like, well, we had a lot of people out on defense. We had a few people out on the offensive line as well. But guess what? Them rookies got to step up. They have to step up. Tampa Bay had a lot of people out too. A lot of people. But Younghoe Koo missing 2 field goals, and then the safety. Ultimately, that we gave them 2 more points. That game should have went down. It should have really been 27-24. It should have been something like that. And that means a field goal would have tied the game for us to go to overtime, instead of us losing by 4. Because if you take away the 2, it's 27-24 instead of 29. Well, what was it? No, what did we have, 25? Or was it 23-29? I gotta go back. No, we lost by 4. So yeah, it was 25-29. Take away the 2, it would have been 27-25. A field goal would have won us the game. And we got in the field goal range. We actually got close to field goal range. So we fucked ourselves. But Atlanta is still in this thing. My playoff predictions so far is coming true. I'm going to do another one here probably next week. But it looks like all roads are going to probably end up going through San Francisco for the NFC side. Ravens, I don't see the Ravens holding on to the number 1 seed. I think that might go to the Dolphins. And I think the game is going to ultimately decide that. It's going to be the San Francisco Ravens game on Christmas. Now, I know the Dolphins got to play the Dallas Cowboys here coming up in 2 weeks, but let's face it. The Dolphins they're going to beat the shit out of the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Cowboys got the Bills, Dolphins, and fucking Lions in a row. And they might maul the Lions. They've been playing kind of fucking wonky. But the Bills, I think the Bills is finding their stride right now. And the Dolphins is on a whole nother level. Unless they can get the Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins going to go. It's going to be a field day. If they can't shut down Tyreek Hill and Waddle and they old receiver Cedric Wilson, it's going to be a long fucking day. And then they got A-Chain and Mustard at run backs. Cowboys only got 1 serious run back, and that's Tony Pollard. He sucks. He ran last night, but he sucks. Miami has a team. So I see Miami becoming that number 1 seed. Ravens fall to number 2. And then who's the number 3 seed right now? Is it the Browns? I think the Browns are the 3. No, Browns, no. 3 is Ravens North, Dolphins East, Kansas City from the West. And they gonna lose again. Listen, Patriots gonna beat them on Sunday. I'm calling it now. Patriots gonna whoop Kansas City on Sunday. And they're going to fall to the 4th seed. And then the Jacksonville Jaguars should win next week. They'll jump up to the 3rd seed. Matter of fact, if the Broncos win on Saturday, I think the Broncos play the Colts. If the Broncos win on Saturday, and then Kansas City fuck around with, they lost. So the Broncos win on Saturday, they'll jump up to the 3rd spot. And then if Kansas City loses, they'll slide on out of the playoff contention. They'll slide on out. But even if Kansas City wins, then they'll stay right there. And I don't see them winning against the Patriots. I see the Broncos beating the Colts, but I see the Patriots beating the Kansas City Chiefs right now. And I did say I picked the Broncos to win the division back in my first NFL video. I will link it down below for this season. As far as the AFC South goes, Jacksonville, I know the Texans got their ass raped yesterday by the Jets, but the Jets got a damn good defense. And then they lost C.J. Stroud. I still don't see Jacksonville holding on that much longer. Some in me is telling me Houston is going to probably win out. But if Jacksonville wins that division, they won't go far in the playoffs. I'm sorry. And then you got the Browns, Steelers, Bengals. They're all in there. It's a lot going on right now in that playoff contention. It's a lot. All those teams are 7-6 from like from the 5th seed down to like the 10th seed. They're all like 7-6 and 7-5. Like that, it is. So it's a sausage fest in that motherfucker. So I'm picking still. I want the Jaguars to go to the Super Bowl, but they ain't gonna make it. And the Ravens not gonna make it. You know what? You know who might be? Joe Flacco and the Browns. For some reason, they got my attention now. It could be a Browns Lions Super Bowl. Y'all, the 49ers, they're going, nope. They ain't played nobody yet. They played a couple of teams, but they ain't been challenged yet. That's gonna come to playoffs. The 49ers is a one-trick pony. You shut down a run game, you got them. As simple as that. You shut down Chris McCaffrey, shut down Deebo Samuel. Brock Purdy got to throw the ball more than what he wants. You got him at that point. So I don't see San Francisco going. They don't have a complete team. Lions have a damn good team. They got 2 good running backs that can do a lot of damage. Same with the Niners, but they just don't. Brock Purdy has it, but it's not. They're not doing enough yet. Cowboys ain't gonna make it. Eagles ain't gonna make it. Green Bay might surprise some people. Falcons, ain't nobody from the 4th division going to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. From the 4th seed. From this division. Ain't nobody going to the Super Bowl from this division. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions sneak in and go to the Super Bowl. I won't be surprised. I still believe it's going to be a team that has yet to go to the Super Bowl. It's going to make it and win this year. That's what I believe. But for my Falcon faithfuls, it's not over yet. It's not over. Y'all don't write them off just yet. Atlanta does this shit. They always been threatening the needle. We were 2-0, they were 2-2, then 3-2, then 3-3, and 4-3, then 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, then 5-6, 6-6, 6-7. We'll probably be 7-7, 7-8, then go to 8-8, and then we'll probably win 9-8. We always been that way. Atlanta ain't been dominant since 2016. It was like this in 2017. We were riding the needle. We were like 9-7. We were riding the fucking needle going to the playoffs. So that's just how Atlanta functions. This is normal behavior for the Falcons. But it would be nice to go on a 2-game win streak the next couple of weeks and hope the Saints and the Bucs go on a 2-game losing streak. It would be nice. It would be very nice for that to happen. A 3-game would seal a deal. But that's going to be hard to do. Atlanta ain't had a 3-game win streak yet in a while. But we can get a 3-game win streak, then the division be ours. So yesterday could have put that into motion with a 3-game winning streak, but we fumbled, we failed. So now we look to next week. We look to the Panthers, and I have a feeling Atlanta's gonna be right back, right with everything 7-7, and then we can get past the Colts guys. We're 8-7, and then it's just the Bears and the fucking Saints on the road. And if we can beat the Bears. And if we can stop DJ Moore and Justin Fields and Kermit, then we got it. The Saints game won't even matter at that point. They're gonna probably lose 2 before then. But if we drop a game between that and the Saints, we must beat the Saints to win the division. So it's a lot to go on. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out. I got that I gotta go do. So I'll be catching you all on the next video. Peace.